Welcome to Lima Bravo. In today's video I'll be taking you through the GoPro Fusion. Guys, if you like the content of the channel, make sure you subscribe, press the notifications bell. This will tell you when I upload new content. Let's take a look. So here is the GoPro Fusion 360. So here's the contents of the box you get in the GoPro Fusion camera, and you're going to get the case that comes with it. You're going to get the Fusion grip. You're going to get two adhesive mounts, screw for your mounts. You're going to get a USB-C lead. So here is the camera. This is GoPro's first 360 camera. It captures spherical video and photo. Spherical video is going to capture everything that you record. So just enjoy what you're doing and let this camera do the recording. A very sturdy, square-like shape. Almost feels like a sort of rubbery material. You've got a camera on each side. As you can see here, they're offset. You've got a light down here. Video footage you're going to get off this camera is 5.2K video at 30 frames per second. Again, 3K at 60 frames per second. It's going to give you photo at 18 megapixels. You're going to get ultra smooth stabilization. This is going to feel or look like it's been taken on a gimbal. You are going to want to be careful with these lenses. As you can see, they do stick out, so it's important that you do use the protective case just to protect these lenses. You can buy lenses to stick on just to give these a little bit more protection. This does have inbuilt voice controls, so you can get it to start recording without having to press any buttons. This is waterproof up to 16 feet, which is equivalent to 5 meters. If you want to go any deeper than that, you can buy a case to go on top of this. GoPro do sell a case that can take you down to about 40 to 50 meters. So if you are looking to dive with this, it's definitely recommended that you buy that case. So on the side here, you've got a compartment here. You just press the button, okay, flick that open. You've got the USB charging point here. As you can see, it's a USB-C, which is good. You don't get a charger plug with this, so just make sure you're using the correct charger plug. I often use a charger pack to charge this. I did plug it into I think it was a Samsung plug. I left it on for about 15-20 minutes. I came back and the device was really hot, so just be careful that it is the right ampage when you are charging these from the mains. Also, you've got here, so when you register this on the GoPro subscription, you're going to have the device serial number that's hidden in just there. On the left side then, you've got the battery compartment, so you can pull that out. It's quite a big battery. You're only going to get about an hour and 15 minutes usage out of these batteries, so it probably would be worth buying an extra one. They do take a while to charge. You know, looking at 2 hours to charge this. Also within here, you've got the two SD slots, SD1 and SD2. And what this does is each lens records. And then what happens is you put it into the GoPro app, and then it's going to stitch these two videos together. Obviously this side recording everything here, and this one here recording this side. It stitches it together, then it makes it one 360 video. If you put these SD cards into your computer, make sure they go back into the right slots, because as soon as you put these in, you capture footage, it names them folders, SD card 1 and SD card 2. So just make sure you're putting them back into the right slot afterwards. Then, so on the left hand side, you've got the mode. So you're just going to press and hold that. You're going to see a red light turn on. Okay, then it's going to boot up the camera. Okay, and here you're going to have the different modes. So you've got video. It's this one's set at 5.2K 30 frames per second. It tells me how much I can record on my SD cards. So I've got 1 hour 54 minutes of footage I can take. It's got my battery down here. It's got my Wi-Fi signal. It's telling me how many videos I've recorded. If I press mode again, it's going to flip me onto camera mode. It's telling me that I've got 11,000 photos I can take in this mode at 18 megapixels. Okay, it's got the time lapse. So it's going to take a photo every 1 second. And then you've got the settings button here. If you press the red circle button down the bottom, the record button, okay, you're going to be able to go into the different settings there. So you can go into photo, video, time lapse, and then you've got your Wi-Fi settings in here. If you press the mode button, you're going to scroll down, and then you can change the video settings here. So you can go to 5.2K at 30 frames per second to 3K at 60 frames per second. Okay, and then you've got a few different things you can change. Once you're done, just go down to done, it'll take you back to the main screen. So like I said, it does have voice controls. GoPro, start recording. GoPro, stop. So nice and simple words of command you can use there to prompt the camera to start recording. So if it is mounted on your helmet, as long as it's turned on, you don't have to mess around with the buttons. To start recording manually, just press the red button. Then that will automatically start recording, and then just press it again to stop. It will save it, and that's it saved onto your memory card. So turn it off. You're just going to press and hold the power button on the left hand side. Press and hold that for about 3 seconds. That will then turn off. If you press and hold the red button, it should record straight away. So it's going to load up and then record instantly. I have found before that I've left it in my bag and it's turned on accidentally. I've gone to use it and it's got no battery. At the bottom of the camera here, you've got a metal sturdy mount clip. This is what I really like about these cameras, is now you're getting this detachable metal clip, and all you do is just flick up the metal brackets, and that will then slide on and off. So we'll look at the Fusion grip, which is an extendable pole and tripod. So it just opens up as so. So you've got a nice little tripod there. Just going to put the camera onto the top here, slot it on. You'll get your screw. You put that on there. What you do need to make sure is that the camera is fully straight, and what happened is when you get your footage, it's going to blank out this this pole. If it's bent slightly, okay, that camera is then going to capture this pole. So you'll see that in your footage. So you need to make sure it's straight, and also in the middle as well. So straight and in the middle. Okay, and that way that pole will be blanked out. To open it up, okay, just click it anti-clockwise. Okay, and that's going to extend, and as you can see there, it's quite impressive. You've got nearly 1 meter of pole there, so really good. Again, just to unlock it, just turn it anti-clockwise, okay, and that will then lock back inwards. And then you can adjust the size of the pole. Again, to lock it out, just clockwise rotate it, that will lock out. What I would say is just be careful when you're at the if you're at the beach and you are getting grit and sand in here and salt from the water. It's just make sure you give it a rinse out before you put it away, or it will be difficult to open and close this. So yeah, it turns into a nice little tripod, as you can see here, which is really good. Closes up into a nice handle. It's got nice grip down the side. It's a good size. Okay, and a nice weight. They could have made it so it floats, maybe by putting something in it. But what you can do, it's got a little loop here, so you could put a wrist strap around. Okay, it's got a little gap in the bottom, so it will feed through there. Okay, so if you're in the water and you've got it in your hand, okay, it's strapped to your body, because this does not float, and the camera definitely doesn't float. We've got a nice camera case that comes with this camera. Just put the zip next to the camera. Okay, flap it over. Okay, and it's got a little gap down the bottom. And that's going to keep your camera nice and safe. Okay, when it's in your bag and when you're traveling around, just to protect these lenses. Once the lenses get scratched, you're going to have to send that whole camera away to get fixed. Okay, here's the two mounts that you get with the camera with the adhesive strips. Okay, plonk them on. Make sure you clean the area that you are sticking it to it before. Let that dry. Okay, let's stick it on, leave it for a few hours, and then that should be stuck nice and firm, ready to use. So one of the disadvantages of this camera is that it does take a lot of time to render the footage, stitch it together, and that's, you know, put it in the GoPro app, rendering the two images together. Okay, that does take some time. You're going to need two memory cards, micro SD memory cards to go in this. You're looking at 32 gig memory cards. It's only going to get you around 32 minutes of full 360 footage. You know, that is a lot of data. The GoPro subscription don't allow you to upload the footage from these cameras, which is a bit of a shame. So that £5 a month subscription isn't going to allow you to then upload this footage to that sort of unlimited OneDrive they've got. What the subscription will still allow you is the protection of the device. So if you do break it, you're still going to have that cover. So that still is pretty good. Not being able to upload your photos, I think, is a massive negative. Like I said earlier, it's going to take a few hours to charge. You're definitely going to need spare batteries. This device underwater really struggles to stitch the two footage together. It will pick out a circle in the video and then the rest will just be blurred. And it really struggles just to stitch the whole footage together. So definitely not recommended if you're thinking that you're going to be using this underwater. You know, you're going to need a very powerful computer to edit some of these videos. You're going to have to check that your phone's also compatible with the GoPro app. And again, if it's not, it's just going to be really slow and painful trying to render this footage together. You know, the pros are you are getting amazing footage from all different angles. You can just enjoy what you're doing and then edit later. No doubt that this technology will get better and it will be easier to use. You know, this is GoPro's first 360 camera, so you can edit directly from the GoPro app on your phone. But again, if your phone's not the best, it's going to struggle. So you can put it onto your laptop, stitch the two files together. That gives you the 360. What I do is I then put it into DaVinci Resolve, which is free. You can download that on their website. And once you've done that, you can then get a 360 plugin for DaVinci Resolve. And then you're able to manipulate which direction that camera is pointing at any one time. Once you've completed that, you then have to finalize that video, render it, save it to your laptop, and then that is your video done. I will make a video on how to do this. So let's take a quick look at some of the footage that I've captured over the last month. So guys, that's the GoPro Fusion. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed the content, make sure you subscribe and press the notifications bell. And if you've really enjoyed it, give it a like.